Later.
I know we're completely off topic at this point, but there are plenty of people who think of it this way.
Hey, you got a minute?
Hi, editing me here. So some of the audio is going to sound probably really bad because one, I'm still getting hang of the mics and I only have one at the moment, so we were sharing. So it's probably going to sound fuzzy, muffled, and distant. So hang in there, guys. Thanks.
Hello, everybody. We are back. Or more accurately, I am back with a new, I guess, guest. My brother, who for this we shall call Rando. Because I guess that's because that's what you play as?
Just a random person back and forth, yeah.
Okay, well, what are we talking about today?
Well, kind of did want to talk about Sonic the Hedgehog. Or more like the franchise.
Okay. So would it just be Sonic the Hedgehog and all that universe, or Sonic and Sega?
It's more focused on the franchise Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay. Because I've been, I couldn't help myself. I've been watching a bunch of Shadow stuff.
Of course.
It pops up and I watch it because it started with like the ad for the third one, and then I got so excited, and then all the other stuff just started popping up, and I watched them. Even though half of them were trash, I still watched them, and I'm like, this is trash, but that animation was amazing. And then I got so excited for the movie, I actually had to look it up again to make sure that the date didn't go by, even though I had a small baby panic attack that I missed the movie.
It's set to come out this Christmas.
I know, but I couldn't help myself. I had to look it up to make sure, even though in the back of my mind I was thinking it's not out yet because they're just now coming out with the trailers.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I don't want to miss it. There are these shoes that look roughly, okay? They're very roughly. They remind me of Shadow's shoes.
I think I did see those.
I want these shoes, okay? I want these shoes. I want to wear them when we go to the theater to watch this movie. I want to find a Shadow shirt. I don't care what it is as long as it fits me, so that I can have the shoes and the shirt, so that when I go walking in, I can wear my fingerless black gloves.
So you want to go all out just to watch a movie?
Even if the movie is trash, okay?
You know, if the movie's trash, there's going to be a lot of people devastated.
Yeah. And I'm really glad. I'm so happy they got Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves voicing Shadow I think that's like the right choice, because
if they had gone in the other guy that they had, I don't like him. Okay? I don't. Whenever his name is brought up, I'm like, who is that? And then I see his face, I'm like, oh, it's that guy. I don't like that guy.
Yeah, but if they couldn't get Jason Griffith to reprise his role, and they couldn't get Christian Bale,
yeah,
and they couldn't reach out to me, then Keanu Reeves, excellent choice.
I could hear one person like, what do you mean they could reach out to you? Do it, please.
Okay.
If you can, do it.
Okay, all right. I'll see what I can do, because when my voice is on, it's being recorded. It sounds kind of janky.
Oh yeah, I know. Mine does too. Mine sounds very like I don't care, and this and the other.
Okay, so should I do my initial?
Well, I think even if you do it later on, I think just do it.
All right, we'll get to that later.
Okay.
But speaking of Shadow, the whole Sonic and Shadow Generations game is set to come out this fall.
That one, that I didn't watch. I feel like I should have, but I didn't watch it.
I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but from what I saw, they got some... It's essentially Sonic Generations with, from what I'm guessing, the best of Shadows levels as well.
Ooh. See, I'm not a big game, like Sonic game player, but I do decide to play certain games for certain reasons because either I really like the character or like the way the game goes. But I might play this game.
Well, I'm kind of torn of whether I want to pre-order it or not, because it has some pretty cool pre-order bonuses. But then again, with the pre-ordering it, it's kind of risky.
Yeah.
And so...
Well, what are the risks that come with pre-ordering? What are the risks that come with pre-ordering?
It could just turn out to be a bad game.
Oh. Yeah, and
So
then you're
like,
out. Because don't you pay, like, extra? Like, how do you pay extra? Because I know for certain things you do. But do you pay, like, extra?
No,
or is it like a little deposit and then you pay the rest?
It's like a little deposit. It's $5 down, it guarantees at least $5, and it guarantees you a copy.
Oh, okay.
You can either pay a little more, or on the day of, just pay the rest.
Oh, okay. You see, I don't pre-order. I wait for it to go on clearance.
Yeah.
Do you remember... Okay. Do you remember when I bought that Mammoth Lego set? The Chima Lego set?
Yeah, actually,
it was like $100 and something, or close to $100. I got it for $45.
Yeah, I do remember that. Fun fact, you still have that box, right?
Yes, I do! It's a little destroyed from, animals, but I still have that box. I might have a broken piece here and there, a missing piece here and there, but I still have that set.
It's a pretty cool set.
It is amazing, and I look at it, whenever I look at it, I'm like, $45!
It was like more than half off, right? Like
yeah.
60% off, right?
It was something like that. Man, I love it when you're walking through the store and you find something you didn't even know that you needed / wanted. Because I've seen it, I had seen it, and I'm like, that's too much money. I don't have that money. And then there it was, $45, and I'm like, I have, what was it? I think I had 60, and I'm like, I have enough.
Reminds me of what Iroh says in Avatar: The Last Airbender. The only thing better than finding something that you were looking for is finding something that you weren't looking for at a really good price.
Oh, yeah. I love clearance stuff that I'm not looking for.
But
that has happened to me 3 times. Actually, 4 times. 4 times.
Really?
Yes. 3 of them were... Well, 2 of them were Lego sets. Okay? And the other one was a Mega Bloks set. Again, I got that one for like $45, and it was like $95. And I paid $95. And it was a big set. And you know that really big dragon that I got for Gabriella?
Oh, that one.
Yeah. That big old dragon?
Yeah.
From, I think it was Game of Thrones. That huge dragon?
I think I
was like a bazillion pieces. Yeah, I got that for $45 at Target. During the Christmas rush. Just walking down the aisle, and I'm like, just automatic with my hand, must grab.
Does she still have that somewhere?
Yes, she does.
Oh.
She still has it. And then, again, at Target, but it was like another random time. You know that little Chima set that I got with the vulture? The big vulture?
I think so.
Yeah. That one was supposed to be like $30-$40, and I only got it for like $15-$20.
Half off.
Yeah, half off. And then those Goopin toys, those Goop slime toys, they were like $10 each. Yeah, I got 9 of them for like $23.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's someone who's gonna be watching this who's like, "Oh, I remember those toys."
Yeah, they
I hated those, but that's nostalgic or something.
Yeah, those they like it was in an egg.
Yeah, they were like
sits in slime.
Yeah, and you wash the slime off, and then you get the pieces to build whatever it was.
Yeah. Well, because I know they had some for the boys that seemed to have sold pretty good, and then they had some for the girls that didn't sell, probably because of the slime. But see, we weren't scared of the slime. Well, she was, but I wasn't. I got right into that slime. I got 9 of those things. It should have been like $100, but I got them for like $23. I had $25, and I'm like, cha-ching! I have just enough. And we got every single one of them, and some of them we got doubles.
Well, if it's on clearance.
Yeah, if it's on clearance. And out of those things, let's see. 2 of them were for, what is it that she said she wanted to be called? Ella. 2 of them were for her, and 2 of them were for me, but not really for me because I don't play by myself very often. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I love clearance. Clearance is amazing.
I don't think there is a single person who doesn't like clearance.
Well, I know we're completely off topic at this point, but there are plenty of people who think of it this way. If I buy this, I can buy 3 for the same price, and I saved money. It's not, I don't think it's that you saved money, it's that you get more for the same value. So it's like, I got 9 of them for the price of 2. I got 1 for not even the price of 1. So it's like, I'm not going to buy 2 for the price of 1 and be like, I only paid for 1. But see, when you do it like that, I would say, yeah, you basically bought 1, buy 1, get 1 free, but only paying for 1. Mm-hmm. But if you go above what you're paying for the first one, or originally, I think now you're actually paying more. I think it's because I'm a penny pincher when it comes to myself. But yeah, that's how I shop. I don't pre-order. I shop clearance when I walk by it. I still have that receipt for those 9 toys.
Wow.
I like to look at it every once in a while and be like, damn, I'm a good shopper.
Wow.
Yeah, except it's fading, and that makes me sad. But then I remember $23.79. That's not the exact, but it's pretty damn close.
Okay. So, back to topic of Sonic and them.
Sonic, yes.
So, have you read those Sonic IDW comics?
No. Oh. You talking about those books you got?
Yeah.
I started reading the first one, but since everyone was since we were all scrambling over each other to read them, I didn't read them. I think I got maybe halfway, but I feel like I'm giving myself a huge chunk. I mean, I plan on reading them, but I just haven't gotten to it.
Okay, because it's got a really good story.
Well, from what it seems like, and from what I've seen looking over y'all's shoulders, yeah.
I kind of wish that there was like some of those elements would actually be in the main games. Maybe bring in some of those characters from those comics to the games.
Yeah, because it seems like a lot of people like Whisper. Because I remember at the expo, I saw like 2 or 3 people with that little mask, and I kept thinking, what are they doing? Why are they wearing that? But then into day 2, I remembered what it was.
Mhm.
I didn't know what it was for a while.
You know, it's funny that you bring up the expo. It was 2023 Dallas Expo.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that was an experience.
Yes, it was. That was so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, you even posted some of your experience on your channel, right?
Yeah. I posted one of those little games where they were doing,
Mm-hmm.
and I still think I am either the only one or like one of 3 people maybe who got that footage. You see, I know they had a camera,
Mm-hmm.
okay, but I don't exactly count that one because that one was just set up for the whole thing. But see, I'm talking like person who went there to like experience. Because everyone else was on their phone.
Yeah, they were playing along with them.
Which, to be honest, if I had known what they were going to be playing, I would have played along too.
Yeah, I kind of wish I had brought my charger that day.
Yeah.
My phone was at like 2%.
Yeah. I think my phone got down to like 30 something. But then when we got back to the hotel, I had charged it all night.
But yeah, on that first day of the expo, we got to meet a lot of interesting people. We met Jason Griffith.
Oh yeah.
The best voice actor for Sonic and Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
And also Jet the Hawk from the Sonic Riders.
I didn't stand in that line. I wanted to meet one person. Okay? And I met him and I bought a Super Shadow and he signed it, and it's even better because when Jason Griffith signed it, the way he signed it, there's like this little heart. And I love that. And it was just after I said I love his Shadow voice. And then he signed it and it had a little heart. I'm still giddy from that.
So, to quote J. Jonah Jameson from The Spectacular Spider-Man, I'm as giddy as a schoolgirl!
Yeah. I'm just
Is that how giddy you get?
Yes. And he had a beard. Oh my god, he looked so good with that beard. The picture that they had was like, I mean, he still looked good in that picture, but he looks better with a beard.
Well, in my opinion, I say as I stroke my goatee,
Yeah.
every man, well, yeah, most men look better with a beard.
Yeah. I like beards. I really like beards. Not for myself, but
But yeah, we also met the original voice actor for Sonic, Ryan Drunmond.
Yeah.
From the Sonic Adventure
I don't think I
duology.
stood in that line either. I had a mindset.
Jason Griffith.
Jason Griffith. Yeah. And then I saw the Super Shadow. I'm like, oh, Super Shadow. And there was only 3 left. And by the time we walked back out, there was no Super Shadows. It's like somebody saw me. It's like somebody saw me with mine, and they're like, "Oh, Super Shadow." Because I think I don't know because people had backpacks, but I think I might have been the only person for people to see the Super Shadow.
Well, I feel like Super Shadow is underutilized. Yeah, underutilized in the Sonic franchise.
I think so too. But see, you see Super Shadow, and you definitely see Super Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
But the ones I know for sure are totally underutilized is Super Knuckles and Super Tails.
Yeah. They were only seen like once in like the.
They might have been seen twice. But
because I know that you saw them in like the original Genesis games, or well, I know for certain Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Yeah.
Let's see, where else were they mentioned? well, thanks to the Sonic Origins bundle pack,
Mhm.
you got to see him again in the other Genesis games.
Yeah.
Which I still say that it was a missed opportunity for Sonic Heroes to utilize Super Tails and Super Knuckles.
Yeah, because that would have, especially at the end of the game, that definitely, I feel like that would have helped.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of it just being, oh, Sonic, it's all on you. Because when they're all 3 of them are right there. Why couldn't the emeralds just expand a little bit more and, super them all?
Mm-hmm. And we know that they can super about 3 characters, because, dare I mention that game?
Oh, no.
Yeah,
But see, because of that game, people might not accept that because of that game.
Yeah.
But then again, people accept Silver and... What's her name?
Blaze?
Yes, Blaze.
Well, actually, Blaze didn't originate from that game. She made her debut in the DS game Sonic Rush.
Oh, okay. So then it's just Silver from that game. Yeah. But see, like I was trying to say, if they accept him from that game, because obviously everyone accepts Silver.
Yeah, because Silver's a cool character.
So then why, if those same people accept Silver, but not doing the 3 people or characters to super them, why can't we still have that if we still have Silver?
That's a good question. However, I know that as a whole, that game is absolutely terrible. I personally never played it, and if what I heard is true, I have no plans on playing it.
Yeah. I know you know very little about it, and I know less than you, and it sounds terrible. Don't even look at it. Don't even think about touching it. Is what it sounds like.
And I'm pretty sure if you ask most people who played it, they'll be like, "Oh no, that game was terrible."
I mean, are there any people out there that say, "Oh no, it's a great game"? Because if there are, people look at them funny.
I'm pretty sure there are some people say, "It's not that bad. Just the camera control was bad."
People try to defend too much, and it just makes you come off just as bad as the game.
Yeah, but hey, to each their own.
Yeah, but when you're wrong, you're wrong.
Yeah, we've only seen like Super Shadow twice, 3 times. I know in Sonic Adventure 2, and that's like a whenever you think Super Shadow, you think of Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah, and if not Sonic Adventure 2, you think Sonic X.
Yeah.
Okay, but watching Sonic X and then watching you play Sonic Adventures or Adventure 2, they matched. It's like they kind of took the game and kind of animated it.
Yeah.
Or they took... which one came first?
It was the game, Sonic Adventure 2.
Okay, so then they took the game and just animated it.
Yeah.
Which I'm perfectly fine with.
Yeah, and I gotta say, there are some moments when the TV show Sonic X wasn't the best, but there are times when it really shined.
Oh yeah, and when it really shined was with Shadow.
Yeah, it's a... When I was first watching it, I was thinking, "Oh wow, this is really cool." And when Sonic and his friends got home, I was thinking, okay, so they did the Sonic Adventure arc, they did the Adventure 2 arc, so they're gonna do the Heroes arc, right? Sonic Heroes.
They didn't. Okay. I really liked, what was it, Season 1, Season 2, and kind of the start of Season 3, but then it goes kind of off the handle, and it's like, what's happening? Because with Season 1, it was very much Sonic and Chris. Okay. Season 2 was Sonic, Amy, Shadow, Chris, Eggman, and everybody else. Okay. And then the 3rd season was kind of, how selfish can you be, child?
Yeah.
Because the whole point of them going back to their world was so that their worlds wouldn't collide and basically delete each other.
You know, I actually do have a theory of how season 3 could have, been better.
Well, why? I don't understand how it was that able to. This is why we sent them home. Okay, so the worlds wouldn't collide and basically delete each other. To, what was it, like 6 or so years later, Chris decides I'm gonna go to their world because I hate this world, even though I literally have everything I could ever want, and this girl who loves me, but I am neglecting her because I want Sonic. To now, I'm going to go over to their world and possibly have the same thing that we were trying to not happen. How selfish can you be?
Well, when you put it like that, it sounds kind of terrible.
Yeah, it is terrible. I mean, that was the whole point of sending them home. Yes, it's sad. Yes, I understand why he basically kidnapped Sonic. Okay?
Actually, there's a popular theory that he didn't actually kidnap Sonic, because after when they were like, he was essentially dragging him through the woods.
Yeah.
Sonic took the lead and was
Yeah.
willingly going with him.
I mean, he was sad too.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as it showed that he doesn't really have, like, he doesn't grow bonds and he doesn't get relationships, he didn't want to leave Chris. He was basically all Chris had. And then everybody else came, and then they were all Chris had until they helped him realize, hey, Chris, it's not just us that you have. There are other people. Look, this kid, that kid, her over there, that other girl, that boy over there. You know, they all want to be your friends, not because you're rich, but because they want to be your friend. And then he decided to go, nope, I don't want them as my friend because you're leaving.
Yeah, everyone pretty much agrees. Chris
sucks.
Yeah, he's like the low point of the show.
Because, see, okay. Yes, you're the only child. Yes, you're sad. Yes, you're alone. But your parents do adore you.
Yeah.
Okay?
I mean, they're...
Even if they fly in on a helicopter just to parachute into your party or for your birthday or whatever it was, just to go, hey, babe, we love you. Oh, wait, never mind. We have something else we gotta do. Kisses! Mwah, 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 hug. Okay. Ella, make sure you make him his favorite meal. Okay. And then they, like, jetpack away. But at least they showed up.
I thought they did that because he had a slight cold.
I don't know. I know they came, like, parachuting in more than once.
All I know is they cared about him.
Oh, they did. I mean, yeah, they weren't always there, but she did also take him on shoots, too.
I mean, her cooking skills could use work.
And that's why they had Ella.
You know, looking back, how did we not realize that the voice for Ella was the same guy who voices Eggman?
I have no idea. Because I remember watching it as a kid, I'm thinking, oh, Ella, you're so nice. Basically how Amy was towards Ella, that's how Ella, you're so nice. Ella, you're so this. And then, like, what was it, 10, 15 years later when you bought it and I heard Ella's voice, I'm like, oh my god! That's a guy!
Yeah, we had to go back, a couple seconds, rewind it a little bit to hear it correctly. And then I went and looked up who voices Ella in Sonic X.
Yeah.
And sure enough, it's Eggman!
I don't know how we didn't know that back then. The same thing within Shrek, okay? You know the evil of the ugly stepsister? For a while, I just thought it was a super ugly lady.
Well, then it turns out,
okay?
it's a dude.
That was a drag queen! I didn't know that at the time! Yeah, I was just thinking, she smoked a little too much and she grew some hair in some odd places. But then it turns out when he turned around and went, "Who's the guy?" I'm like, "Oh, that's a guy!" That threw me off.
I mean, not called an ugly stepsister for nothing.
Okay, but it was supposed to be a sister. Not now a sister.
Well, he was a villain, so...
Well, I guess, yeah. But see, that really threw me off because we would watch it and then as little kids.
Mhm.
And then we came back after a while because we couldn't find our copy of it. And then we found it at the library and we popped it in. And I'm thinking, how did I never notice that? I wasn't as shocked because it wasn't, 10, 15 years later. It was more like 3, 4, or 5. And I'm like, huh. I really should have noticed this a long time ago. But anyway, see, with Ella, that was a shock.
Yeah.
That...
It sounded so,
It sounded so much like a lady when we were under 10.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like, it is so obviously a guy.
Yeah, the thing I find...
It's hilarious.
The thing I find most interesting is that he can still pull off that voice.
Yes, he can!
And let me tell you, that's what makes good voice acting.
Oh, yeah.
But if I may continue with the expo of all the people that we met.
Yeah.
We met Ryan Drummond, the original voice actor for Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
We met Mike Pollock, best voice actor for Eggman.
Mm-hmm.
The fan favorite Jason Griffith.
Yeah.
Got to meet the voice actress for Amy Rose.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually have a poster that they all signed.
I love that poster. I got that for you for your birthday.
Mm-hmm.
It was, what was it, like $20? And this thing is huge.
Oh, this thing is huge.
I was not expecting it to be that big.
Yeah, and when I whipped it out for Ryan to sign, he was like, "Whoa, now that's a poster. Did you buy that here?"
I love how everyone you unrolled it for kept asking if you bought it there, and no, I got it for you for your birthday.
Mm-hmm.
$20. It's a great poster. So happy with that poster.
The thing I love the most of how they signed it is Ryan signed it as, he signed it and then he put "and."
Mm-hmm.
So I mentioned him that I was also going to go to Jason so he could sign it as well.
Mm-hmm. It's like he signed where Sonic was, but he also put "and"
mm-hmm.
so that Jason Griffith could sign it on
mm-hmm.
Sonic, which I thought was really cool. See, you know how they typically say don't meet your heroes? That doesn't apply to everybody because he put "and."
Mm-hmm.
He didn't put "with" or also. He put "and."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so whenever I pull it out to look at it, because I try to keep it in a protective sleeve
mm-hmm.
rolled up in a cardboard tube.
Yep.
But whenever I look at it and I see that
you see that "and."
Yeah, I see that "and" then all these other people who signed it.
Mm-hmm.
And that just,
yeah,
it's amazing.
It warms your... What is it? Be still, my beating heart! Okay, there's a short I saw recently. It's
Going off topic?
Yes, going completely off topic because of what I just said. There's this short, and it's hilarious. I love this little short. I recently found it. It's this little bird, okay? This little bird doodle. He's selling pretzels for $4, okay?
I think I saw that.
His friend, I want to say it's his friend, but I'm not quite sure, puts up a stand. Well, first the bird is selling the pretzels, okay? He has a dog who's thinking about it. He's only selling pretzels. There's nothing else that he's selling. And the dog's like, what do I want? What do I want? And he's like, take your time.
Take your time.
He's like,
no rush.
I don't know.
So many options.
Do I want... And then here comes I want to say it's an alligator. Okay, he starts pushing his little crate, and the little bird's like, "Oh yeah, I don't remember his name, but he goes, oh, hey Steve, um, what you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna put this here," and he puts up his little sign. Okay, it is literally just a piece of cardboard, and it says pretzels $3.99, and the dog whips around and goes $3.99, and he's like, his eyes bulge out a little bit, and the bird goes, oh, wait, well, we have cheese with cheese, and then the alligator.
So it just essentially comes into like a little
Uh-huh.
war for the customer.
Yes, because then he brings it down to, he adds lemonade. Okay, $3.99 pretzels with lemonade. So then the bird brings it down to like $2.50, and the bird's like, he just wants to sell his pretzels. Okay, I don't know what the alligator's doing, and the dog turns around and is like $2.50. And then the alligator brings it down to 99 cents. And then the dog turns around and goes, 99 cents? Bargain! Be still, my beating heart! And then the next scene is an ambulance is taking the poor dog away. So now I'm almost worried to say, be still, my beating heart, if I get too excited, because the next scene was the dog was being taken away in an ambulance because his beating heart went still. And then the bird says to the alligator, "You need to close down your shop."
Yeah.
He goes, "Yeah, I'm opening up a new stand."
What? No, that's not what I mean.
Yeah. I know that's completely off topic, but because of what I said, it reminded me.
But yeah, back to the whole convention. I'm trying to get back on topic of the Sonic franchise and apparently voice acting.
Voice acting, yes.
I also met the original voice actor for Silver the Hedgehog.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta say, he's a pretty cool guy, pretty cool dude.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder why Sega hasn't gotten back with him to reprise his role.
I don't know. It's kind of odd because nobody would do that for Sonic. Okay, you don't use the voice actor for Sonic one time and then never use him again, unless he's really that bad.
Mm-hmm.
But when you introduce a new character and the only bar you have is the first voice actor, I get it. That bar is either really high or really low, but to me his bar is high, and then everyone else they've gotten is kind of low. I'm not saying they're not good. I'm just saying they're not the first, and I'm not just saying that because he's the first, this, that, and the other. But being the first, that is his voice.
Because I've heard both. What was his name? Peter something? The original Silver voice actor. I heard his voice and the current voice for Silver.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta say, the current voice actor for Silver is pretty good, but I prefer the original.
Yeah.
And the only time I've heard him do his Silver voice was when he, was talked as Silver at the convention and on, I think it was Sonic and Tails Radio.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they actually got him to guest star in there to reprise his role.
That's pretty cool. But are they going to bring him back?
I remember asking him that, actually, and
I was there when you asked him, and he wants to come back, but they won't let him come back.
I thought it was I think I remember hearing that they... Wait, are we allowed to talk about this?
That's a good question.
Because then it could be like, oh yeah, well, I mean, they said this, then they said that, and then for all we know, it could be, Sega, open up!
Yeah. Anyway, he's not voicing Silver right now.
Yeah.
We don't exactly know the whole story.
Yeah.
Because technically we only asked one guy.
Mm-hmm.
And we would have to ask someone from Sega and him to get the full story, but I don't know anybody from Sega. And I don't even, if I did, I don't know if they'd be willing to tell me anything.
Well,
I mean, I only have a handful of subscribers, and I mean, I haven't posted anything in like 2-3 weeks, and I'm still getting views, which is amazing. Thank you, people. But
you're welcome.
I don't think enough people watch me for this to be an actual problem for Sega or the guy who voices Silver now or then. But I think you're right about should we?
Yeah, because we're not exactly one of those, like...
We're not trending, okay?
Yeah.
Hethen Radio is not trending.
No, not yet.
Not yet. I hope to eventually one day. But as it stands right now with my current, as of last I looked, 49 subscribers, which I am blown away by those 40, let's see, minus 5, 44 subscribers that are not my family who are subscribed.
That just means your family loves you.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, 44 people. Can you believe it? Like, 44 people want to hear the trash I put out there.
Oh, it's not trash.
Well, I mean, okay.
It's good quality content.
Compared to... Well, I guess you're right. It's not trash because I don't do the little AI voice or AI this and AI that. And you know how they constantly change the scene every 2 or 3 seconds? I don't really like that. I guess it's probably because I have a really long attention span compared to everybody nowadays. I don't really like the constant changing of scene. But, I guess you're right. I guess it's just because I don't know how to do audio and, green screen. Did you watch those videos I sent you with that guy with the green screen?
I think I did.
I don't know how he was able to do that with the green screen. He was doing, game parodies or whatnot. With that green screen.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy with the green screen? It looked so real! I don't know how he was doing that.
Back to the whole Sonic and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
We keep getting off topic.
We keep getting off topic. But it's so easy to get off topic.
Yeah. But let's get back on topic.
Okay, yes. Sonic.
Yeah. Yeah, but the whole poster that I have was Ryan Drummond and then it was Jason Griffith.
Mm-hmm.
What was her name? Lisa Ortiz.
Mm-hmm.
Pete, the Silver's voice actor.
Yeah, I can't remember his full name. I know his name is Pete. Were there 2 Petes?
No. There were 2 Ryans.
That's what it was. 2 Ryans.
Ryan Drummond, original voice actor for Sonic, and then the lady who voices Sage from Sonic Frontiers.
Oh, yeah. Because I'm like, there was 2 of somebody, but see, I'm really bad with people's names. Okay? I have to really work at getting it in my brain. Like Jason Griffith. It took me months to remember his name. I don't know people's legit names. If you were to say Sonic X, Sonic, I'd be like, oh, that guy, Sonic, yeah.
Yeah, when I when we took that picture with Jason Griffith, I mentioned that I think I can do a pretty good shadow voice.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right, let's hear it.
I mean, he had just had somebody do the same thing. Mm-hmm. And then I think he had somebody after do the same thing. Everybody who walks up to him is like, hey, I could do that too.
Yeah, and then if they were to quote Shadow thing, his first line you hear him say to Sonic is, It's a pleasure to finally meet you in person, Sonic. See, that sounds terrible.
That sounds terrible. There was actually somebody who, he didn't say those exact words, but somebody in front of us, he did do a shadow, and being a nice guy, he's like, "Oh wow, that's really good," but you could tell it's like, "Wow, that was really bad." Okay, because I didn't like it, and I am like at this point, I am like a shadow connoisseur. I'm very snobby with my shadows.
Yeah, because apparently you've heard a couple people
Yeah.
voice Shadow. You're like the shadow, the unofficial Shadow critic.
Yeah, I don't. The guy who voices Shadow right now, I don't know his name. I mean, I probably know his name, but I don't care to remember his name. I am so happy that at the Sonic Expo, his line was the shortest line of the entire expo. Day 1 and day 2. Day 2, he had nobody. And on day 1, he only had some people.
Sometimes you scare me.
Okay, and I'm like, I was planning a whole barrage to say to him. But then, like a day before, I decided he ain't worth my time. And then I was so happy when there was nobody in his line.
Sometimes you can be a really harsh person.
But see, okay, I know you asked me, did you pray that would happen? No, I did not pray. I prayed he would get what he deserves.
Hi, editing me here again. Before you all start wondering, no, I did not mean it like that. I meant if it was just me who didn't like him, then have everybody who adores him go and show their support. But if it's not just me, I want to know that it's not just me who doesn't like his shadow. It's not that I'm like, I hope he gets what he deserves. It's not like that. I was just wanting to know that it wasn't just me. And it turns out it was not just me. Okay, back to the original audio.
And apparently he deserves nobody.
So you did pray.
Well, no, I didn't pray on purpose to get everybody to hate him. It just turns out everybody hates him.
Well, because when you compare that guy to, like, Jason Griffith,
yeah,
that's not, you can't really, that's not a good comparison, because Jason Griffith is the best Shadow voice.
Yeah.
And, suppose until we hear Keanu Reeves, because then...
I know, I am so excited to hear that. Because, okay, the way the fans are, like, very, very critic on the first trailer of the first attempt, that was horrible. Nobody liked that. They went bankrupt because nobody liked their trailer. Okay, their adaptation with that horrid little blue thing. Okay, and then, what was it, Paramount?
I think it's Paramount.
Paramount decided to do it, and everyone, like, when people who are doing funny little skits and whatnot, when they show that one person who everyone's scared of turn their neck and it does that cracking sound, that was basically all the fans looking at Paramount.
Yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up.
And Paramount's like, okay. It instantly turned into that Indiana Jones scene where he's got to be careful and weigh that bag of sand just right to replace and carefully so that nothing happens. And unlike Indiana Jones, their little pedestal that they were trying to keep up did not fall, and we're all just like, hey, you did pretty good. And then they did the last scene of that first movie, and everyone's like, oh, you're doing another one.
And then they succeeded with that second
one. And then they succeeded with the second one.
And then they did the ending scene
and then, at the end of the second one, I got as giddy as a schoolgirl, and I gasped, and I did those silent choking sounds of trying not to scare everybody around me with how excited I was.
Wow.
Yeah. But luckily it was dark, so nobody saw.
But yeah, when I said to Jason that I could do a pretty good shadow voice, he was like, "All right, let's hear it." And I quoted him from Sonic X.
Hi, editing me one more time. I just want y'all to know that the audio is nowhere near how awesome his shadow voice is. It's just, I think it was my malpractice with the mics that really did not make it sound as good as it does when you're in person. So please don't be like, well, that's not Shadow, because it's, I mean, he's not Jason Griffith, he's not Shadow, and the audio is not being very kind right now.
And hang on, let me see if I can do it. Let me see if I can do it this time. It's a pleasure to finally meet you in person, Sonic. I must admit, we do look alike. It's uncanny.
And then he's like, it is uncanny.
Yeah, he actually took a step back in awe, or in surprise of how good it actually was.
Mm-hmm. Because, okay, I had seen, like, one person do it before, and he's like, oh, yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't good enough, you know? It's like, if he wanted to do, like, comic dubs, I guess he could pass, okay? Like, a little local thing, like, you know, I'm doing my own little thing, but I wouldn't take him to the big leagues, you know?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the fact that he took a step back in surprise and said it is uncanny.
And you could see the shock. I get it, he's a voice actor and everything, but you could actually, like, whoa. This kid, okay, I might be biased, might be completely biased, but I would probably say you were probably top 3 or 5 that he had heard that day.
Probably, but I think it's interesting when I said it's a pleasure to finally meet you in person, Sonic. He then said in his Sonic voice, "Oh, me, Sonic?"
Mm-hmm.
And I nodded, and then I finished the quote.
Mm-hmm.
And he took a step back in surprise.
Yeah.
So yeah, just thinking about that day, I get excited because
I get excited too. And then it's like he saw the poster. He's like, "Wow, that's a nice poster."
Yeah.
He's like, "Did you? Everyone asked you, did you get it here?"
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like,
and then I kept saying, "No, my sister got it for me for my birthday."
Yep. And they kept going, "Whoa."
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of got, some of them even like kind of mumbled a little bit like, your sister really love you. Which is true. Okay.
Yeah, I wonder how much a poster like that would go at that convention, because
I don't know.
I know that some of the pictures...
Some of their pictures are good quality, but their pictures are kind of expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Everything there was pretty expensive.
Yeah,
especially for the economy nowadays.
Yeah, but of all the money that we spent...
Oh, we did not spend nearly as much as some people.
Yeah, because there was this one person there who had, like, all their stuff that they bought signed, and, you know, all the pictures they're going through, they're just looking at their piles, and I heard them say, I think I kind of went overboard this time.
Oh, they totally went overboard. Because the signatures were like $40 each, and the picture was also like $40 each. And then, okay, and I'm not talking like one of those signed pictures. Okay, those signed pictures are like $40 to $80, depending on the size.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and a video was another $40. Everything was like $40+.
Yeah, but I like what Mike Pollock said when you said that. I mean, I would get your autograph, but I don't, you know, like, I would get a picture of you, but, you know, but I unfortunately don't have the money. And what did he say?
I don't remember.
Okay, because I thought it was along the lines of, well, I mean, technically, if you went across the
Oh.
room,
Yeah, if you went across the room and took a picture, and I just so happened to be in it, they can't really say anything about it. And the lady who was working there to make sure that, you know, to get the money, she looked at him like, really? And he's just like,
so yeah, he
But then I dug in my purse, and apparently I did have $40.
Oh.
I had way more than $40 because I was able to buy that plushie for like $40, I think it was. Because I think in total I spent like roughly $100.
yeah, but and then to wrap up day one was that concert.
Oh yeah.
I gotta say, seeing Johnny Gioli perform live, I can cross that off my bucket
You know
list.
what's even funnier? Okay, so I'm short. Okay, I'm 5'4". It was me and you two boys. Okay, we were in the back. We were so far in the back, we could just see his hair bouncing around the stage. And I'm like, I couldn't see anything, okay? I could only see his hair. So I went around, okay, I poked at Billy, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to go find somewhere I can be so I can see, because I can't see anything. So I went around, and I found this perfect little pocket right there, as shown in that video.
Mm-hmm.
I found the perfect spot, okay? Because I actually found the perfect spot before he came out, because I'm like, if he's going to be coming out, and I'm going to want to film this, because I'm trying to get more into pulling my phone out than I do, because I don't pull my phone out. And I found the perfect spot. It was just perfect for short me to see everything. And then eventually I was actually able to get behind that line, okay, because everyone was pushing me, and there was this big biker dude, okay, who was just on the other side. I think he was one of the McKnights, like Victor McKnight's dad or something, his uncle. He didn't say anything to me, okay, but I didn't want to just move over there like an entitled person. I asked him, hey, is it okay? And he's like, he nodded, and I'm like, okay. Because he could see I was being pushed that way anyway. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to be pushed, and I don't want these crazy nerds to trample me, okay? There's thousands of them.
I wouldn't go as far to say
okay,
thousands,
weren't there like 1,500? But being a short person, there sure looks like there's thousands of them. Okay? So, I went behind the line. I didn't just go over there. I asked for permission. He said yes. So I went over there, and I got some good footage.
Yeah, you got some amazing shots in that video.
And then I went ahead and I got the shadow shot. Okay? I got a shadow shot, and it looked really cool. Him going like this, and then all the shadows going like this.
Raising their fists in the air like, yeah.
Yes! It was like Johnny put his fist up, and then thousands of fists went up.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so cool. And then when it got really close to the end, the big biker dude, you know, he saw that I was enjoying it like a little kid. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, okay, you got to get out of here now because, you know, it's wrapping up. I'm like, oh, okay. So I hopped back. Well, I didn't hop. There was this gap. I walked back over, and then before I knew it, Johnny went right past me. And I'm like, that's Johnny.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, next time we go to something like that, I'm just going to stick with you because you seem to be like a cool person magnet.
I am a cool person.
Yeah, because going off topic, but still relevant.
Mm-hmm.
When we saw Skillet back in 2021, And we were seeing the section of
Yeah, because
I Believe His Way.
I don't remember their name, but I know they had two pre-bands. One was Ava Under Fire, and then the second one was, I don't remember their name, and then it was Skillet.
Mm-hmm.
I saw her, the lead singer, in the crowd.
For
Okay.
Eva Under Fire?
For Ava Under Fire. Or Eva. Is it Eva or Ava? I think it's Eva because of the E.
EVA.
Yeah.
Eva. Yeah.
I saw her, and I calmly went up to her, okay? There were people screaming all over the place, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And the speakers were just blaring. And I went up to her, okay? She had just finished talking to these two girls. And I poked her on the shoulder because you couldn't hear anything.
Mm-hmm.
I went up to her, and I'm like, can we get a picture? I gestured, picture. And she's like, oh, yeah! And so we took a picture together, and I was so happy, okay? And because of her, I think I want to be a rock star. But then, okay, singing along to certain rock songs, my vocals can't hit those gritty notes.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely can't be a male rock star. So I can only settle for being a female rock star because I can't hit those gritty notes,
mm-hmm.
okay? I can hit notes, but I can't hit those gritty notes.
Mm-hmm.
So...
yeah, you got to essentially meet the lead singer for Eve Under Fire.
Mm-hmm.
You got to see Johnny Gioli walk past you.
He walked right past me. I actually had to move out of his way. But it's not like we bumped into each other. Oh, I moved out of his way. No, I moved out of his way before he even got there. Because, okay, I know he's a rock star and everybody, Johnny. But you don't want everybody bumping up to you. You don't want a bunch of weirdos just crowding you. I'm like, I'm going to be at least that one person who gets completely out of his way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I gotta say, hearing that latest song that Johnny helped with, Darker Side of Me.
Oh, that's a good song.
Great song.
That's a great song.
If you haven't listened to it, check it out.
Mm-hmm. It's got a good little video, too.
Yeah. But, I noticed that they changed the thumbnail of that song for, I think it's had 3 different ones. It was it had some words up to it and had the silhouette of Shadow from the 3rd Sonic movie just off to the side.
Yeah.
And then it changed it to where it's just his silhouette in the center.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's a shot from, I'm guessing, the game Shadow the Hedgehog, where it's his silhouette. You can see his eye, full of anger as ever, while he's holding a gun.
Yeah.
Because,
I mean, okay. I get it. If you're not happy with the thumbnail, change it. But that's a lot of changing in not that long of a time.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I keep thinking, oh, this one's cooler. Oh, this one's cooler.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this one's cooler. Which, okay, I can respect that. It's Shadow. Okay? Shadow's damn cool. Okay?
Yeah, there's no denying that.
There's no denying. Okay?
Look, how it goes with the Sonic fan base, you're either for Sonic or you're for Shadow. It's usually 50-50 of which hedgehog is the best.
It's Shadow.
I believe what you want.
I can't believe you just said that to me! We all know it's Shadow, okay? You don't say that to me! We all know it's Shadow. Why do you think there's a song out there called All Hail Shadow?
I should have known you'd have reacted like that, but... See, this is why I think we should have, a camera set up to see our reactions. Because you're like... What was it? How very dare you!
How very dare you. How very dare you. How very dare... I'm trying to get it, but I can't get that Australian little voice.
But
I can say this. This is unacceptable!
But, yeah, with Sonic and Shadow Generations coming out, I'm looking forward to see how that's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
The 3rd Sonic movie, I'm really looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
And, let's see, what else did I have planned? Oh, wait, it's actually Sonic's birthday. June 23rd. It's his birthday. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Don't know what they have planned for his birthday this year, but
I don't know either, but there'll be something.
mm-hmm.
I think it's crazy. Some people can't even remember some of their family members' important details, but they can remember Sonic the Hedgehog's birthday. What is the deal with that?
Well, there is actually this one guy whose birthday falls on.
Okay, that's different. That's your birthday. Your birthday and someone or some other character's birthday just happen to be on the same day. Okay, that's different.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited to see what's in store for this year.
You know what I just thought of?
What?
I need to figure out I need to figure out Shadow's birthday. I need to look that up. I mean, if you know your favorite Sonic the Hedgehog character who is Sonic, if you know his birthday, I need to know Shadow's birthday. Okay? I need to match you in your insanity for this fictional universe. Okay?
Insanity.
Yeah. You know how many Super Sonics can you list? It was like 8 or 9.
I think I only listed like 8, and it turns out
There's 15.
Yeah, I was gonna say 15 or 16.
There's 15. The only reason I remember that is because I wanted to remember that just so I can be like, I remember how many there are. I have no idea. I think I can only list like 3 or 4. But I remembered how many there are supposed to be.
I've never really read all the comics, so...
That is true. That is true.
Well, from what I've heard, a lot of those comics, they're pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think every single one of them I'm gonna read, but...
No. You might not even be able to find every single one of them. Especially if you want it in your hand.
Yeah.
Because I know how we like to have it in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's mine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like your Super Shadow plush toy.
Oh, yeah. I have that one saved. That dude is still in his plastic. Okay? He is still safe in his plastic, in a box, put away, so that nothing can touch him. I mean, I was already going to do that before, but then he's signed by Jason Griffith. Okay? He's signed, and I will never show anybody a picture or show him because that is mine. I can talk about it all I want, but they don't know what he looks like. Unless, of course, someone took a picture of me with it. And they do know.
Yeah, you're probably going to get a lot of people in the comment section saying, we want to see us.
No!
See Super Shadow. Show us sign Super Shadow.
Okay, it'd have to be, like, very special. You know what? When I get that little check mark, besides, Hethen Radio, I might show it.
What do you have to get that check mark?
Because...
No, when?
How
would you get that check mark?
You have to get a certain amount of subscribers.
Ah.
It has to be like... I don't know how many you have to get, but I think it's like 25,000 or something like that. You have to get a good amount of people following.
Okay, so...
So, if I get that check mark, I will consider. Okay? But, and I was even going to say, if I get that check win, because I'm hoping it'll be a win, not if. When I get that check mark, and people start asking, hey, do you remember when you said this? I'll be like, you people just watched that video, didn't you? Because I'm pretty sure...
There's no way it could blow up that
There's
soon.
no way you could have remembered it for this long. Okay, and if people start asking for it, and it has to be actual subscribers and other people besides my family, because it can't be you. Hey, when you're gonna show us Shadow, the sign Super Shadow, because I'm gonna know it's you, because I know what your username is. Okay, I know your username. So if it's other people besides you and my family, okay, who are asking about the Super Shadow, then I'll be like, okay, you know what? Here it is. Behold. My like third most prized possession. It's definitely top 5.
Wow.
And I'm never gonna sell it. I will make sure that I'm buried with that thing. Nobody is taking that from me. That is mine.
Wow.
I didn't mean to say it like that, but that's mine. You're not taking it from me.
So yeah, if you want to see Sonic Super Shadow, tell your friends or
Share the video.
either that, or you could, allegedly make some fake account.
What?
Yeah, because it's you said you get like 25,000 subscribers.
Well, I don't know how many it is. Okay, all I know is a little check mark. I guess it's like you're verified or whatever. That little check mark. If I get that check mark, and I'm not even gonna do like a time frame because I don't want to be unrealistic. Okay, because I don't want to be like, oh, if I get that check mark within the next 6 months, yeah. It's like no. When I get the check mark and people start, hey, do you remember when you said? I'll be like, yes, I remember when I said, because I know you're going to remind me from time to time, you'll be like, hey, so how many subscribers do you have? Do you have the check mark yet? Do you have the check mark yet? I'll be like, dude, it's only been a week. No, I don't have the check mark yet.
Okay, because I'm thinking just because you said that, your subscriber count might jump up.
Because they want to see Super Shadow?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, I want to see Super Shadow.
You already know what Super Shadow looks like.
And?
Oh, okay. Wow.
But yeah, for it's gonna be pretty interesting. I feel like it's gonna be an interesting year for Sonic.
I think so too.
Well, or they call this the Year of Shadow?
Ooh, that's a good question. All I know is December 20th, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 comes out. Or more accurately, Shadow the Hedgehog comes out. I'm so excited. I want those shoes. I want a shirt. Yes.
Well,
Those shoes are like 50 some odd bucks. I got time to save that money.
anything can happen between now and then. So
I'm hoping between now and then they don't push it back. You know how
Yeah.
upset I would be if they pushed it back? I've already waited 2 other movies for this.
you didn't even know Shadow was gonna be in.
Okay, it's inevitable. Okay? Shadow making an appearance in a Sonic movie, it's inevitable.
Fair point.
If they didn't, do you know how mad I would be for the rest of us?
I'm guessing pretty upset.
And you know what? Let the record know this, okay? If I am not happy with either how they animate his fuzziness, if for some reason his red little streaks on his little spikes are not right, if for some reason they decide not to cast Keanu Reeves for whatever stupidity might cross their butthead minds, okay? I will be so mad. If I am not I don't care about anybody else. I don't care about the story. If I am not happy with how Shadow turns out, or how, if they do him dirty in this movie, I will not be happy. I will be angry for all of us.
Is there anything else you wanted to talk about right now, or
I don't think
we're
so.
wrapping it up?
I think we should wrap it up. It's been over an hour.
Yeah, we probably should wrap it up.
Let's see, I'm going to edit some of the gaps out and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some crazy banter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to edit some insanity out. Yeah.
Well, some. I don't think you can. I don't think it's all avoidable.
I don't think all of it, but I can edit out some.
So I suppose a question that I would have is, what's one character you would like to see return in the Sonic franchise?
You mean like,
Or, come back in the main series of Sonic?
like come back in like the main game series or like the live action movies?
The main game series.
Let's see. Who have they taken out? Because I know they've taken out a few people. I I'd like to see the little armadillo guy. I don't remember his name.
Oh, that's Mighty the Armadillo.
Yeah, I'd like to see him.
Yeah, if they're gonna bring him back, they should probably bring Ray back too.
Yeah, because they took them both out at the same time. They should bring them both back in at roughly the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I can almost hear the angry people. Armadillo, dude! Little armadillo guy! It's like, yeah, the little armadillo guy.
He's an armadillo, so you're half right.
The little armadillo. Yeah, I'd like to see him. Because I've seen him in the 2D. I wonder what they would make him look like in the 3D.
That's a good question.
You know? Are they going to try to stay as true to the pixelized 2D? Or are they going to, like, completely change him like how they did Amy?
Well, guess we'll never actually know until they decide
if they ever decide.
Yeah. I guess we're wrapping it up here.
I think so. I think that's a good place to stop.
Yeah.
Well, y'all, we've had a heathen of a time, but we gotta go. We'll see y'all at the next clan meeting. And remember, don't stop on train tracks, because it's hard to stop a train.
Wait, hang on. Before you end this...
Mm-hmm.
Wait. I suppose I should make myself scarce then. Chaos control!
I love it.